Hello again, guys. So today I've decided that we're going to have a quick look at Bitcoin here on the charts. Now, Bitcoin seems to have come down to some of the areas that I've mentioned in my previous Bitcoin update video. Just recently, I'd posted that video. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, or 4 days ago, around, I'm not entirely sure. But a couple of days ago, I'd created a Bitcoin update video and I'd pointed out some areas where I was expecting it to go. Et voila, we're here. And also, I've just pulled it up here on the monthly. I've also mentioned that I was expecting a candle similar to this candle that it had printed way back here, back in May of 2021. Look at this red candle here. This very big, long red candle. I mentioned also in my previous Bitcoin update video that I was expecting something similar to this candle to be forming here currently in November of 2025. I mentioned that, if you guys recall, that I'm expecting us to have a very long, big red candle even before the ending of this month of November. And currently, we're well on our way creating such a candle, guys. If you guys can see on the charts, it's not entirely there yet, but I'm expecting it to drop even further. Yes, it's forming out very well. It's on its way, but it's not entirely there yet. As far as the type of candle that I'm expecting this candle to be as big as this candle, but more than likely even longer. An even bigger red candle, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. But yeah, for all of you guys out there who want an idea of exactly where Bitcoin is headed, let me show you all. Let's see if we can go back here first. Is it the daily? Okay, first we see that it's trying to rally, but I honestly believe that it's going to fail this rally. Yeah, because it has already closed beneath 100 grand. Trust me, it's not going to get up there that easily again, because of the amount of resistance that it has created around here, about around 102, let's say 100 grand basically. It has created resistance. It now has a resistance level right here at 100k, guys, right around 100k. From 99 to 101k, as now what was once support has currently now flipped into resistance. And do you believe that it's going to get above this resistance so easily and so quickly? I think not. So it may rally up to, quite possibly, that area of resistance around the 99k to 100k level. It's a possibility. It may go up there. I'm not saying that it's going to go up there. It may go up there. But personally, I believe that it's going to turn over and head further downwards. So now let me show you guys where it's headed next. I'm going to show you exactly where it's headed next. Okay, so now I just pulled it up on the weekly. And remember in the previous video also, I showed you guys that usually it pierced this purple line here and come down a little bit before continuing its rally to create new all-time highs. Well, apparently, it looks as if that won't be the case this time around. Now, why is that? Because it has pierced this $100,000 level right here. It crashed beneath it, which means that it came down way too low. Usually it doesn't come that low, but it came down way too low. And to put on top of that, it has closed a daily candle beneath 100k. You see right here. So I believe what's happening currently is a local top that is formed here with Bitcoin. Let me pull it up on the monthly. This is a local top that is formed with these candles. These candles were indicating, as I've been telling you guys before, They're very powerful and they don't lie. They were indicating all along a top for Bitcoin. And I'm saying it's potentially a local top because I don't believe this will be the crash that will go down to zero. However, it will be a big crash. You know, I am expecting at least a 50% crash. That is at least. It will be one of two very, very big crashes, which could go down to potentially, it could be potentially up to 80%, from 50% up to 80%. The beginning of a 50% up to 80% crash. That's what I believe. And these candles up here were just an indication of, you know, what was getting ready to occur. So where is it headed? Where is Bitcoin heading next? It's currently at $96,200. Where is it headed next? And where do you think it's at right now? It's sitting right at support. That's where it's at. It's right at support currently. And if ever it were to break support, you have a next level of support right here around 80 grand. Right at 80 grand. So we know that next, if it breaks, if it manages to break this level of support, it's coming right down here at around 79 to 80 grand. Right there, guys. That's where Bitcoin is headed next. Its next capitulation will bring it all the way down here at 79 to 80 grand. So we can expect that. And if we put it up on the larger time frame, back again around on the monthly, let's see. We can see exactly where it's coming next after 79 to 80 grand. It's coming exactly right around here, 74, 75 grand. Look at that, guys. Just observe carefully where these lines are. Look where this line sits. Right here at 74 to around 75 grand. And also look, it would rest perfectly as well on this purple line because this purple line is continuously moving with the price of Bitcoin. You see, so the candle would rest right on this purple line by the time that it gets there. By the time that the candle reaches down here, it would rest perfectly on this purple line. So after 79K, it will be heading right down here to 74K, where it has another level of support. So for you guys out there who wants to know where is Bitcoin heading next, this is exactly where it's heading. Right down here, it's 74, 75K. That's where it's heading. Look at that. Look at this. It sits right here on this level of support right here and here again. And it could come down even further down here to 69. I've also mentioned this level as well plenty of times. I expect it to test out this 69,000 area where it had previously topped in its previous bull run. It topped perfectly at 69K. So I'm expecting it to come back all the way down there as well. So there you have it, guys. That's where Bitcoin is heading. It's heading down to next 79, 80K. And whenever it breaks that, because I'm expecting it to break it, it's going to come all the way down here to 74K, 74, 75, and then also test out 69K. Now, guys, whenever you see Bitcoin comes all the way down to 69 to 70K, it may have a small bounce. I can't rule out that it may have a full bounce entirely. No one knows for sure. But personally, I'm thinking that it's still eventually going to fail. Whatever bounces it makes at that level, eventually it's going to turn back over. It's going to roll over and continue to head further down. Now, we all know that another number that I've mentioned that I'm expecting as well, if it fails here at the 69, 70K, where is it coming, guys? Because I've said it 1,000 times. It's coming all the way back down to 49.50. Right there. And look where that line is sitting again, guys. Look at this. It used it as support right here, perfectly at 49 grand, 49.50K. Look at this right here is where it's heading if it breaks 69.70. And that's where that level, I believe, is a very pivotal, is a very crucial level. because out of all of these levels, I believe that is where we would more likely to get a bounce to continue up to, you know, those higher prophetic numbers of 133, 150, 200,000. That's where it would more likely bounce from to get to those higher levels. That's why I said that it's a very crucial level. And if it manages to break this level, guys, oh my god, listen, it would go all the way back down to 20K, guys, around 22K. Yes, it's a possibility. And that's when the WT would be in full force. Because what do you think would happen in a case like this? It would start, I believe personally, it would start around here from 49 going down. You see, the WT would be in full force, because then multiple coins would create what is known in the crypto space as God candles, or the God candle. And what is a God candle? A God candle is whenever a coin prints a candle like a 20 to 30x candle in the space of a week or a month. That right there is a God candle. Whenever a coin prints a 20x or a 30x candle on the weekly time frame or the monthly at most, that's how fast these candles will be printed, will be created. That's how high and fast these pumps will be created, guys. They will be very violent, very quick. And they've happened several times already in the past. And they will all occur in reaction to Bitcoin crashing. As I stated before, whenever it's crashing, it's going to crash faster than it pumped. You see how many months it took to pump all the way up here? Well, I want you guys to count how many months it's going to take to come all the way back down wherever it's going to, you know, bottom out. I want you guys to count how long it's going to take to get down there. And you can be for sure, you can be for certain that it won't take as long as it took to get all the way up here in this pump. It's going to create less candles to come all the way back down wherever it's heading. If it's down to 50 or even 20, it's going to go down there really, really fast. And so these other coins are going to react. They're going to react very violently at some point during this crash. I know for sure that several coins are going to pump very violently. They're going to switch from crashing because obviously some of them, a large majority of them still have a long ways to go. But at some point during Bitcoin's crash, for some of them, it's going to be shortly thereafter, they're just going to switch from crashing and just explode. They're going to create God candles, guys. One question I want to ask you guys is, are you ready for the God candles? Are you prepared for God candles? Because with these candles, you see, you have to be prepared to take profits. You see, you have to be on the ready. That's if you don't already set up your sell orders to take profits. And I'm talking about coins like Luna Classic. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video about the coins that are gonna pump when Bitcoin crashes. Perhaps that will even be my next video. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about the coins that are gonna pump when Bitcoin crashes. And all of these coins, they're gonna pump in reaction to this crash and this liquidity shift from Bitcoin, and also several of these blue chip cryptos, because it's not only going to affect Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is also going to pull several of these blue chips down, Ethereum and XRP, ADA, several of these other blue chips is going to pull them down with it as well. So several other coins are going to react to this crash that is coming, that is literally playing out currently, because the whales have already started dumping. We know that the United States and China just currently we're going through some kind of trade war, where China is blaming the US for stealing cryptos from them or something like that. We know that China has around $19 billion worth of crypto. I think it's around almost 200,000 Bitcoins. And we know that they're very wise. And if they're wise, what they would do is to dump the whole thing and then buy back whenever it is crashed. They're very clever people, guys. And that's exactly what they're going to do. It's only a matter of time. One of these days, the chain reaction is going to accelerate. It's going to pick up speed. You see, the selling is going to pick up speed, and we're going to see Bitcoin tumble really fast. China is going to dump, and several other whales are going to dump. And we're going to have the fulfillment of one of those big crashes that Yah had shown me. I'm sure of it. I believe that this is exactly what's happening. This is what's playing out before the lot of us currently. And like in the vision, I had to pay very close attention and watch the markets very keenly to find out that a big crash is getting ready to occur. And it's going to wipe out a lot of people, especially those leverage traders. Many of them, many more of them, many have already gotten wiped out, but many more are going to be wiped out because they're not expecting that. They're probably expecting the bounce from somewhere near here for it to continue. But I'm telling you, there's a two big crashes are coming. And I believe that we're currently in the midst of one of them. You see, so this is what I think, guys. I've already shared it with you where I'm expecting Bitcoin to go next. And I don't want to make this video any much longer. So there you have it for all of you guys who want to know where Bitcoin is going next. Next up, 79 to 80K, guys. So you guys do with that information what you will. Even if you guys are short, leverage shorters, you can take advantage of that. But let me tell you, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a friend of the Lord, an observer of the markets, and I try to apply wisdom in everything that I do. So you guys, please take care. Peace. Shalom. Until next time.